Director Solidum, can you give us an update? Are we expecting Taal volcano's unrest to worsen in the next coming hours or days?
We have not seen the escalating activity of Taal volcano. The parameters that we have seen so far would be the explosions, as you mentioned, and the continuous recording of a few volcanic earthquakes. These volcanic earthquakes and the steaming would signify that magma is moving slowly, as well as the gases. And this would continue in the next several hours or days. We have not seen the uplift of the volcano island, which would warrant interpretation of the possible magma from depth rising towards the surface. So we have not seen that. So we are maintaining alert level number 3 so far for Taal volcano.
Sir Solidum, as we have reported, again, based on the 8 a.m. bulletin, there have been 2 phreatomagmatic events and 14 volcanic quakes. Now, what does this tell us?
Well, this would tell us that the crisis or the unrest of the volcano is still continuing, and this would involve magma. As these earthquake events, the tremors and low-frequency volcanic earthquakes, would signify movement of magma and movement of gases.
Sir, some residents in nearby areas covered by the earlier PHIVOLCS bulletin refused to leave their homes. What do you tell them?
Well, we are a recommending agency which would manage the risk by looking at the condition of the volcano and the possibility of hazardous activities that might affect certain areas. And the reason why we have covered 5 barangays in Agoncillo and Laurel to be evacuated simply because they are the nearest barangays to the crater. The shoreline and the end of the Taal volcano island and their shorelines are very close. The water gap is so narrow. The fact that the main crater rim is lowest in front of them would put them in danger in case of stronger eruptions. The local government of Agoncillo and Laurel would then have to manage how the people will be evacuated or whether they would let men to stay behind, but they need to make sure that they have the ready vehicle using the easiest way out of the area if in case the volcano activity escalates.
Sir, yesterday PHIVOLCS said there's a little chance that, or there's still no chance at all, that the Taal volcano will affect Metro Manila. Is that the same case still today?
Well, as mentioned previously, the effect of asphalt on areas out of the volcano, like Metro Manila, will be dependent on the height of the eruption column that would be released by the eruption plus the wind direction. So currently, the wind direction, if the column will be less than 6 kilometers, will be to the west or southwest, and that is away from Metro Manila. So we need a very tall eruption column and the favorable wind direction towards the north and northeast for Metro Manila to be affected. So based on forecast by PAGASA, the wind direction will not carry any particle from Taal volcano towards Metro Manila if the eruption is less than 6 kilometers. So we don't see it happening.
Director Solidum, meanwhile, there's another volcano that is showing activity. The Canlaon volcano is also on low-level unrest. Are these 2 activities connected, and do we expect also the Canlaon volcano to worsen anytime?
The activities at Taal volcano and Canlaon volcano are not related at all. They are distinctly separate from each other. Magma is rising in Taal volcano. In contrast, in Canlaon volcano, magma is not rising. What we have seen would be hydrothermal activity, where hot gases would boil the groundwater beneath Canlaon. But then, hydrothermal or steam-driven explosion can be a danger to people if they are within the 4-kilometer permanent danger zone. So we advise people not to go inside that zone.
All right, thank you, sir. That was PHIVOLCS Director Renato Solidum Jr.